And so plans or tasks for today, I'd like to flip this thing around. I'd like to get the parts car up in the air on jack stands. Probably the first thing I'm going to tackle is starting to cut off this front bumper. Just get things prepped for Saturday for when we pull the engine out. And then if I have time, or I don't know which order I'm going to do this in, if I have time, pull the rear end out. Because my buddy is more than likely going to come by this weekend to pick up the axles. So I'll go ahead and try and get the whole rear end dropped out of the car. And then also drain fluids so that the engine and everything is ready to come out. Like I said, cut the front bumper off because there's no way to unbolt that. And then also, in like an hour or so, I have someone coming to look at my daily, the 2019 Corolla hatchback. Kind of going to be a little upset if it sells, but at the same time, it'll get me the money to get me the new car. Wow, the sun glare is really bad. You guys can't even see me. But yeah, so there's that. Downside, if that does sell, is I won't have a daily for the next 2 months. And then also, I did get approved for the Clean Culture car show down in Tacoma that's happening on the 17th. So I've got to make sure the Cressida is ready for that, which, I mean, there's not too much to do. It'll make it there and back, no problem. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, well, actually first I need to clean out the Corolla, and then I'll go ahead and get the parts Cressida up in the air to start pulling parts off, and talk to you guys after that. Alright, how's it going, everyone? I kind of got carried away, so got the car up in the air. Kind of sketchy, but yeah, I decided to start at the front. Got this wheel pulled off, and the fluids are drained out of both the engine and the radiator. I'm probably going to start cutting now because it's really looking like the best way to get this radiator out is sketchily cut the radiator support first. So cut this whole thing out, and kind of go from there and figure it out. I still got to disconnect this air conditioning thing that's all messed up, cut off the front bumper, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next, whether it's to continue to take wheels off, which also sucked because whoever put these wheels on this car, they over torqued the hell out of them. So yeah, even my impact can't break them off, which what they're supposed to be torqued to is about 80 to maybe 85 foot-pounds. And usually my old impact, which was actually weaker than the one I have now, that was able to break 80 foot-pounds on my old, or on the my Cressida. So the fact that this new impact, which is stronger, is struggling, that tells you something. So either someone over torqued these wheels, or it's also possible that just with the car sitting for so long, the studs are not, no, the studs actually look okay. But yeah, so I'm either going to continue taking wheels off, cut the front end, or finally move to the rear end and drop all of that out of the car. So we will see. The guy for the Corolla, or who's coming to look at the Corolla, should be here in like 20 minutes. So yeah, I'll update you guys with, well, whatever I decide to do. Alright, so got a bunch of things done. Actually, honestly, got way more than I thought I would. But So you guys saw me take one wheel off. We got both rears. I not had the motivation to try and beat that one. Like I had to do this one, but yeah, both rear wheels and tires are off. I also was able to get that glare out of the way, that mangled front bumper off. Got the radiator out, AC condenser, core support cut. Also disconnected the power steering pump from the engine, and yeah, so that's what we're working with. I also disconnected a couple things electronically from the engine already, so just doing little things to prep for Saturday. And then me being lazy, I did not get under the rear end to drop at least the axles, so I haven't done that. If I have time tomorrow, depending on what time I get off work, maybe I'll tackle that, and then pull the taillights for a buddy who's interested in those. Need to pull the mirrors, still need to disconnect the engine from the inside of the car. And yeah, that front bumper actually came off way easier than I expected. Come to find out, once I started hammering on it a little bit, hammering on it for a little bit, that bolt that was free spinning on the driver's side and it was ended up able to catch threads, so we were able to zip that out. And then the actual mount for the passenger side, which I can show you guys, that when the impact happened, it actually broke most of the weld around it. You can see this little thing right there, that's part of the crash support. It broke most of the welds all the way around it, so it made it easier to just make 2 quick cuts and rip the whole thing off. So there's that. Did get the headlight out, which is super cool. I still got to take both front fenders off. Yeah, we'll see how light the car is after we pull the whole drivetrain out and possibly subframes and interior, to see if maybe we can get 4 or 5 people over here and just pick it up and load it onto a trailer to get it out of here. But yeah, this will probably be it for this video, which I believe this is part 2 of the parts car part out. We'll call it that. Yeah. So I'm gonna call it there. It's getting kind of late in my opinion, so I'm gonna go get some food and relax for the rest of the night. I will talk to you guys on probably the next part of parting out this thing, which maybe I'll film a little bit tomorrow if I do end up doing something on it, or I'll see you guys Saturday for the engine pull.